Well, looks like the reunion of Erik ten Hag and Andre Onana is coming close. This time not at Ajax, but at Man United, as Di Marzio has gone ahead to confirm to us that Andre Onana first official bid imminent. And tonight, it might be one of those days that we will remember that United put in the first bid of Andre Onana, as talks are really intensifying down in Ibiza, that is Spain. Welcome to this channel. Good evening, guys. Where I am, it's pretty chilly, and I think you know what the weather is all about. But it depends on where you are, because you might find someone in a certain country where I am or not, when they are really experiencing what we call hotness of the highest order. And again, it's official from the website of Man United. Marcel Sabitzer and Wout Weghorst have been released, and they've gone ahead to return to their clubs. Bayern Munich, that is for Sabitzer, Burnley for Wout Weghorst. That is it. A club has gone ahead to issue a statement, and you're going to dive a little bit into that. And lastly, talk about Rabiot and the offer that United are going ahead to put on his table, and that Juventus are going ahead to put on this table. The realistic values have been revealed, and you're going to discuss more about them. So let's see, close to 300 likes. Smash on this video, and Rokan David is my name, RD, and don't forget to subscribe, because we want to hit 14,000 subscribers. That's it. So Andre Onana has been a topic today, hot topic today, as Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to really see him as one of those players that he wants to come in at Man United and obviously get part into his ball playing, goalkeeping department, because he believes that we can be a better side when it comes to really distributing that ball from the back, as he's having Lisandro Martinez, Varane, Adalo, Malacia, Luke Shaw, who can obviously be press resistant if at all that ball is really started in the first third of the pitch. Now, we anticipated lots of things to happen today, and 30th had been promised to us by Di Marzio that lots of things are going to happen by Man United. And Di Marzio, who really broke this story with Gazzetta dello Sport, they've gone ahead and really told us the following about the Andre Onana deal as of now. That talks are progressing between Man United and Inter Milan for Andre Onana. The first official bid from Man United to Inter Milan for Andre Onana is expected in the late evening. Inter's agents hope it will be in line with the requests so that it will then be accepted. So Di Marzio is really one of those journalists coming in from Italy, and when it's giving you news coming in from Italy, you won't really have you won't really be a doubting Thomas when it comes in through obviously putting the bid, putting the news coming in from Italian players, especially when it comes to Andre Onana, who plays for Inter Milan, where has been so much accurate ever since he linked him to Man United, and our high appetite of really signing the player. I've always come out and told you I like Andre Onana, and if it really happened to be one of the goalkeepers of United, it would be something great. Though we've seen very many African players who are going to come to Man United flop, but I think it's a different caliber altogether, because Eric Bay never flopped at Man United. It was because of the injuries he had that were really recurring that failed his career at Man United. But every time he came up through to do the job for Man United, he was obviously a beast into that central defense of Man United. When you look at Amad Diallo, his first spell at Man United before he was loaned to Rangers and Sunderland, he showed those flashes of a good player, and he's just 20 years of age, and you cannot really rule him out on really becoming the next big player or the next big thing. So we anticipate that Andre Onana is really one of those players that has gone ahead to really find himself in a situation of being looked at by Man United, but the bid looks like it's imminent. The bid of Andre Onana is imminent, and let's wait and see whether Di Marzio was really right, because if at all he was really right, then we'll have a bid in the next 1 or 2 hours for Andre Onana to close the deal before the closure of 30th of June. But the bid of Andre Onana comes in through after United has just gone ahead to agree a deal with Chelsea for £60 million on Mason Mount, £55 million and £5 million of add-ons. And the big question has always been, how are we going to facilitate these transfers? That is it. Because if we pay close to £40 million for Andre Onana, that will take our transfer spend to £100 million, and that will leave us with only and only and only with some good amount of money. Sorry, limited amount of money left by Man United. But I've had the story that I want to really go ahead and clarify. Can Samuel look at that? There is a fixed amount of money, £65 million, for United to get a centre forward. Now, is our budget £150 million revealed to us by Rob Dawson? Because I remember doing a story that there has been an influx into the budget of Man United, as people are reporting £120 million, but this time round it was £150 million, meaning that after spending £100 million onto Mason Mount and Onana, there's going to be some huge amount of money to spend. But for Andre Onana, we wait and see what happens tonight, as if at all anything comes in through, we'll be here revealing to you exactly what is all about Andre Onana. And lots of stories coming in through for Andre Onana and David De Gea. If a bid goes in tonight, obviously we'll come here and obviously reveal to you what exactly has happened in between Man United, Inter Milan, and Andre Onana. So that's it. Let's see how United progresses to this deal as they find out a solution for the David De Gea mess that they are into. And obviously we are in here to let you know that United is really preparing its first official bid for Andre Onana, as per Di Marzio Gianluca coming in from Italy, a very close source to Italian teams, and you cannot really downplay his efforts of really revealing to us stories, because every story he is going to hate to tell us about Andre Onana to United has been very accurate. So it might be another concrete fact that is throwing in, and they're really working tooth and nail to get this deal over the line. And maybe Ten Hag is pushing in for him to really become the first choice goalkeeper of United, as he wants him to be signed next week, such that he starts training with the club of Man United, to say to it that he gets used to playing with Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and very many others as we prepare for the season, because we are playing our first game, friendly match, on the 12th, against Leeds, and it's really going to be something huge for us to really take it on. And we would love to see Andre Onana getting used to those central defenders of Man United and the runs of other players of the club of Manchester United. Now, the website of Man United has gone ahead to issue a very long statement as far as the Manchester United squad update is really concerned. Now, the returnees from loan, Dean Henderson, was the first choice goalkeeper at Nottingham Forest before picking up an injury, unfortunately cut short his campaign, while Matej Jakova won the Czech top flight and Sparta Prague. Now, defenders Eric Bay, Alvaro Fernandez at Preston North End, Ethan Laird, QPR, Teles have all seen their loans end, with Deshaun Bernard at Portsmouth and Axel Tuanzebe Stoke City have been released in order to join new clubs. So that means Eric Bay, Alvaro Fernandez, Ethan Laird, and Alex Telles return at Man United after their loans really have come to an end. The other one is Amad Diallo, impressed for Sunderland and became a fan's favorite at the Stadium of Light, winning the Black Cats Young Player of the Year award. You know that very well. Hannibal returning from Birmingham City. We are having Will Fish, Charlie McNeil, Charlie Savage, Shola Shoretie, all returning from their loans, and they are going to be part of the team. Now, in terms of the incoming loans at Man United, this is where the gist of the matter is. Marcel Sabitzer and Wout Weghorst are due to return to Bayern Munich and Burnley respectively. Both made telling contributions to our Carabao Cup successes and clinching top 3 places in the Premier League, with Wout Weghorst supplying the assist to Marcus Rashford's goal in the final over Newcastle at Wembley. Sabitzer scored twice in the home game tie with Sevilla after opening his account in the Emirates FA Cup comeback against Fulham, but missed the run-in due to a knee problem. So, for me, Sabitzer, it's okay for him to leave. I don't even want him to return, because I think he doesn't deserve to be a United player, and we just got in the player for free or on a loan, because that's what we really had, and you always get what you pay for, and our money could get us that. Remember, Ten Hag wanted Cody Gakpo, and Cody Gakpo close to Liverpool, and we brought in Weghorst, but when Weghorst came in through, he did his part. He was punching even above his weight, but This is not the club he's supposed to be at. So he returns at Burnley, and we don't know what decision Vincent Kompany is going to make over him. But teams like Everton are interested in signing Wout Weghorst. My main talking point of it is Marcel Sabitzer. I'm going to be so much disappointed in the board of Man United if at all we don't sign Sabitzer and keep Fred and Scott McTominay. Why? He's better than all those players. And as I've always told you that any upgrade of Scott McTominay and Fred, I welcome it at Man United, because I believe that Rome was not built in one day, and you're not going to go from Fred to Jude Bellingham. That is it. You're supposed to go from Fred, maybe go to a Sabitzer, then later you sign an elite midfielder. And that has shown lots of question marks as far as this club is concerned, because we've always found ourselves in a situation of not really getting this over the line. But for Sabitzer, cheaper option, £20 million asking price, put on his head by Bayern Munich. I wish they signed him, because he's a very good ball player and goal midfielder, and I think it's injuries that went ahead to disturb him into the final bend of the season. But if at all those injuries never really caught up on him, I think Ten Hag would have gone ahead to put him into consideration and see him coming through on a cheaper price from Bayern Munich. But I've brought you a story recently that has been offered to Bayern Munich, and obviously let's wait and see how that pans out. But obviously I think has enjoyed his spell at Man United. So to me, I really want to see Scott McTominay and Fred leave. That is it. So we wait and see how that happens for the club of Man United. But Sabitzer back to Bayern Munich, and all in vain. For David De Gea, they've told us that. Meanwhile, David De Gea's contract is due to run out, but discussions remain open with the long-serving goalkeeper. So the discussions with David De Gea are remaining open, as confirmed to us by the website of Manchester United, and we wait and see how that is going to be dealt with the club of Manchester United, because it looks ugly the way they are really treating this goalkeeper who has been here for a very, very long time and has been a very loyal servant for the club of Manchester United. Now, let's go to the Rabiot story that has gone ahead to catch my eye and attention, because United has brought up a new system of really recruiting these players. And if at all you cannot get us the money, if at all you cannot take our money, you rather quit. Then Sky Sports has told us that Manchester United's offer for Rabiot was 6.5 million euros per year, while Juventus offered 7 million euros per year. So a difference of 0.5 million euros per year led to Rabiot to shun Manchester United. And remember, Hammam was asking for a sign-on fee of 10 million euros, and United said, no, we cannot offer you that amount of money. And I really understand that we've been paying stupid money to these players, and I think when Ten Hag came in through, told them, please, let's not really see players come to Man United because of money, because we are an attractive club. We should be even offering less to these players, because we are granting them an opportunity to play at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and that's what we should really use as our benchmark. We tell them you're coming to Man United, and maybe in the past it wouldn't work because we never had an elite manager who every player would like to come in and really play for. But with Erik ten Hag, that's why things have gone ahead to change at the club of Manchester United, because they now have a manager who can really convince players to come in at Man United, and it's no longer about money, it's about the culture and the project that Erik ten Hag is building at Man United. So for me, it's okay. If at all Rabiot never took that money, let him really find his future at Juventus, and he has missed out on a chance to play in one of the best leagues in the world. So guys, your thoughts onto Andre Onana official imminent as predicted by DiMarzio. Then what do you make about Sabitzer leaving back to Bayern Munich? Would you like United to sign him? And Wout Weghorst going back to Burnley? Who of the two would you like United to keep, or you would like to keep them both? And lastly, Rabiot offer that was turned down. Do you think United have gone ahead to revise their ways of really issuing out ridiculous contracts to players like they did to Anthony, who was earning £20,000 at Ajax, and they multiplied it by, I think it was earning £50,000 at Ajax, they multiplied it by 4 For Sancho, his was multiplied by 7, and very many others. So I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.